So let's just take a nice deep breath in and um, really come into our bodies. We're talking, a lot of us are saying that we're feeling overwhelmed and sometimes feeling ungrounded, and yet sometimes feeling too grounded. There's a lot to integrate, isn't there? Because remember, you are right now in this human incarnation presenting in front of your humans, your families, in this body of bone and blood, in this skin suit. But you have another 11 aspects, including this one. So there are 12 parts of you, if you like, 12 dimensional densities: celestial aspects, shadow aspects, galactic aspects, elemental aspects. You are multidimensional. And I want you, that doesn't sound right. It's not that I want you, I would love you to acknowledge as a being that you are. It's not just a nice thing to say, but you really, really are multi-dimensional. Before I go any further, can you all hear the levels are okay? Just a thumbs up would be great, because sometimes if I just want to make sure everybody can hear me, I'm not too loud, I'm not too low. I guess I'm okay. All right, let's just leave it then. Okay, cool. So we're really at this stage of our lives. We are at this stage of our evolution. Even we're not just thinking it, but we're really being it. We are fully 100% accepting. So why don't we, before we go any further, just to go ahead, and if you're ready and it feels authentic, because that's what integrity is. It's the authentic sort of alignment of what your higher self or your ascended aspects already know, that your human aspect is remembering, and that your shadow self that's being sloughed off or shed is releasing. So it's that's why we're so exhausted. By the way, Manu, you were saying you're tired, or I don't know, everybody's tired, right? And that's because you are in those three worlds, if you will, in those many aspects as a multidimensional avataric conscious being dealing with. And I don't know if I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Sometimes the more you know, the harder it is, right? And the more awake you are, the more work you've got to do, obviously. So you know, it's accepting right now, when you are overwhelmed, that your body is going through ascension, and be okay with that. You know, because we give our bodies a hard time when we give them that message that you're not grounded, you're overwhelmed, you're da, 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 and we go into judgment, and then we go into duality. So how about next time we feel overwhelmed, which is quite a lot lately, right? Instead of attacking it and judging it as bad, we just go, this is my body ascending. Wow, cool. So when you're in that sort of space of allowing whatever you're feeling, tired, hungry, overwhelmed, underwhelmed, grounded, confused, why don't we just be okay with those aspects of ourselves? Because it's our human that will fight it. Our angelic will support it. Our elemental will nurture it. Our galactic will oversee it. You know, we have so many parts of us working with us. So let's not go into the one part that's working against us, or that we perceive to be working against us, but rather let's, with this integration, integral work, integrity, let's set the intention now that we're going to allow the alignments, as hard as they are, to just do what they need to do. And already I can feel some of you are just going, oh yeah, that's it. get out of my own way, you know, surrender the human struggle, right? And that's necessary, isn't it? It's so necessary. So take a nice deep breath in, lots of information. And information is just information. When you attach emotion to it, you can make it into something that is polarizing. So maybe go into the neutral with all information that you're hearing lately, or bombarded by, or whatever you want to call it. Try not to attach your emotional perceptions or opinions or judgments onto the information. Rather, just let it pass through you with no judgment. Easier said than done. Be aware of where you're trying to get into other people's headspace. Stop. Be aware of habits, habitual ways with your families. Step outside. Observe. Don't absorb. I think that's key at the moment, because a lot of us are in our family constellations getting to really have that which is our shadow mirrored back to us, right? So it's hard work, it's exhausting. Breaking down programs is exhausting. So you've got to place what you're going through, I guess, on a personal level, as well on a global level, you know. And if you think of us as one world soul, we're every one of us going through the emotional ringer right now. The washing machine is it's on a whole different speed, right? What stains need to be cleared. And, you know, we're all of us having to, with this experience of the consciousness of war, we're all, those of us, I guess, who are carrying war energies or karmic imprints or implants or wounds, old war wounds, literally, from battles. Those of our families who are really triggered by this war at the moment, maybe some of you are, then you've got to see where's the war within you, and what trauma do you still need to, what scars are you still carrying? Because everything is now being brought up to the surface, right? And you know, you've got to question the timing of everything as well, right? And there are energies at play right now that are really attacking the diamond DNA of the Christed vibrational beings, you and I, us, the 144,000 and 144, the diamond suns, the ones carrying the sacred celestial information. We cannot allow this inner war or outer war to control us anymore. We've got to make a very clear decision or choices in each moment, that you've got to ask that very big question: is this worth my ascension? Is this, you know, so these are the questions. And I think a lot of you are seeing now more than ever how easy it is to be distracted. We're constantly distracted, aren't we? And we're just literally having to, in each nanosecond almost, as we watch the third densities crumble around us, you know, because in that crumbling and disintegration of the old, so many star seeds, light workers are being, woken up. The codes are unlocking, and it's so exciting, as well as, it's exciting. So we've got to choose in this awakening process. We've got to choose justice. We've got to choose truth. We've got to choose harmony. We've got to choose peace. We've got to choose love. We've got to choose kindness over tyranny and separation and warmongering. Right now, what's, I guess, interesting is that in amongst all of this chaos, there are these really powerful solar codes coming from Solaris that contain packets of quantum energy, solar flashing, light. Literally, you're going to see what is, I'm sure most of you have started to see, what looks like raining light, flashes of it. Just your angelic aspects are being shown to you. Your galactic oversoul is being shown to you. As it is to many souls right now. But that is against the backdrop of all this war. So it's such a test, isn't it? To stay, as I said last week, in that middle road where you don't go either way to polarize, but rather stay in the middle and stay calm. So it's in that calm middle space where you've walked through judgment and unforgiveness. It's in those moments where we're going to have, now more than ever, contact with these Christed, illumined beings. I know some of you are having many visits in your night, and these are going to increase now. And the more, or rather the less judgment you're carrying, the easier it is for them, as I said before, to present themselves. It's a vibrational match. So if you're really serious about your work here on earth at this time, then you've got to, with a heart of integrity, now set the intention that you are ready to do whatever it takes, if you feel so called, to be part of this forward movement on earth, to raise the vibration of Gaia, to help humanity to come out of what some people might term as enslavement or illusion or delusion. It is what it is. But we know there's a higher way because of our Christed DNA. We know from our souls that this is not what reality is supposed to be like on earth. You just know that. That's innate. That's your innate. So start to prepare, if you feel so called to do this really next level work. Start to prepare your body to clear unforgiveness, revenge, hate, duality, separation. Start to really step into your roles now. And if you are really genuinely called to do your next level light work, then be authentic in that asking. We will have an opportunity in this meditation or ceremony to take that moment to really connect. So if you are going to ask, I want to be of divine service to whoever your personal God is, or your personal Buddha is, or your personal Jesus, or your Christ, whatever it is that you align with, that is your source code, encodement, alignment, If you ask for that, please be ready. And be sure that when you ask for that, that it is actually something you want to do, because it's a big responsibility when you make first contact with these beings. Don't be afraid. They won't come to you if you're full of fear anyway. Not the ones that, be discerning to a certain point when if you do sense contact, go into your God consciousness and say, I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Because when you say that, those are universal cosmic commands, laws, that any being that is not of the light or from false light cannot be around you. So just know that. You can tap your high heart. You'll feel, I've had many experiences since I was very little with many different types of beings. And you'll know when it's God aligned, when it's highest aligned. You'll know when it's not. But if you are unsure, you must command that I am God, I am sovereign, and I am free. This is just something I want to share with some of you, particularly who will be, maybe, at some stage, all of us, who knows. But it's important to be ready for these higher energies, right? And know that whatever spirit gives you, you can handle. And whoever contacts you, if you are, or when you are, they're generally one of your star families that you carry their genetic coding. And they want to make sure that you carry that diamond DNA, the emerald codes, the Christ vibration, so that humanity can survive. So that's where we're at right now. It's really important to be aware of the light that's here and coming down, more of it every moment, which is why all of you are feeling, like you said, no appetite, exhausted, brain is gone. That's a good thing, by the way. We don't need these brains. They slow us down. If we could get rid of all our old understanding, we'd have cleared 75% of our egos. Actually, it's quite a good thing. Perhaps, maybe that's your soul is coming in. Maybe there's a different way to look at it, right? So be aware of the mainstream media distraction. Be aware of it, be discerning, and just, for me, it's not, to be honest, everything that's going on the last few years, I'm not even connected to. It's like completely not my reality. So it might sound a bit narcissistic, but it's actually true. I just don't participate in that stuff anymore. And it's great to be free. You should try it. I'm not saying I don't get pulled in now and again, of course I do, but it is lovely to just not take anything personally. Hard work too, but these are all ways, aren't they, to help us through all these distractions. Because at this moment on this planet, there are 144,144 souls carrying the diamond light. And we have to make sure they survive. And you're a part of this. This light must be kept alive. This is why I talk so much about the diamond light, the crystal energy, because without our light, humanity, let's just say you're very important. Every soul, you're each a unique expression of God's love. So don't forget that, no matter how hard. And I've got to be honest with you, what's coming for people who are just waking up is really fucking hard. At least you've been awake for a while now. And you know what I mean? I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean you're starting to see things, I'm sure. If you've been listening to Muggins here every week, you will start to question, I'm sure. And that's healthy. Critical thinking is very healthy. Our children in schools are being brainwashed and dumbed down to not question and to just bow and say yes to authority. And look what's happening now, because we've all turned into zombies. It's rather scary. So let's all be very gentle with everyone who is literally just starting to, through the cracks, see the light, if you will. And there's going to be a lot of instability and mental breakdowns. That's because this is a mental time. This is a mentally disturbing time. You know, we're all of us, questioning reality right now. So don't think you are alone because you're spinning out and feeling like leaving and then returning and then leaving and then return. You know what I mean? I mean metaphorically, but like, get me off this planet, right? I'm sure some of you've said that lately. Get me out, beam me up, Scotty. I'm ready to go. You know, I'm guilty of that too. But here we are on Earth, and heck, it's one heck of a ride, right? Thank God we have a sense of humor and chocolate and all those wonderful things that humans need. So anyway, be aware of your energy. Be gentle with yourselves. As always, you know, I can be in a room full of people talking about the war and I will not let it affect me. You know, that's just my choice. And if that's what you have to do in certain groups that you're moving in, you may notice you're going to be almost like an extraterrestrial to people you used to be best friends with. They'll be looking at you, and it may just be that you have to move away from certain souls right now. And especially as more of the truth is being revealed to all of us. You know, seatbelts on, cosmic roller coaster coming, right? So don't take things personally if people just cannot be around your vibration anymore, because you're literally holding so much light. And what happens when you're around light? You got to see yourself because it gets mirrored back, and that can hurt. People don't want to see their shadow. So you might literally have people hissing or just going like, you know, I'll never forget a few years ago, I think I might have shared this with you. I was crossing a road and I had just done a meditation in the park, and I was like beaming, literally beaming diamonds. I knew I was because I could feel it. I had literally just, and I was going across the road and this woman literally went, ah, ah, and I could see her witch, I could see her demon, I could see her shadow because she saw her back in me. And it was so funny. It was just like, wow. And my friend was with me and she was like, what just happened? I said, sometimes we have to be aware of our light and how it affects other people. So don't take it personally if someone literally cannot be around you. It's nothing to do with you. It's in you, in your integrity, in your truth, in your light, they see their shadow or their light and it scares them. We just don't know, right? So try not to get hypnotized into the dark programs. Try not to follow the zombie nations. Try, and I mean that with so much love, by the way, you know what I'm saying. You've got to have a bit of sense of humor. Stay in your field, stay in your bodies as much as you can. Stay with nature as always. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, guys. You're doing really well. So yeah, just as we're going through these gateways, these Aquarian gateways, and we're gearing up for April the 12th, and you know, in and around that time, there's, as I said, huge potential for more and more of the Christed, illumined, galactic, angelic, elemental, all sorts of beings to show themselves. Because of the work you're doing, they're more likely to show themselves to people who have done their crystalline DNA work. So that's why I'm saying to you, be ready to see the ships, to go traveling, to meet your aspects, whatever, through your families, etc. Because your bodies are ready, your light bodies are prepared, and that's who they're looking to connect with so that they can save humanity. So it is like a sci-fi movie, but it actually is real. This is really exciting to know. So step into your multidimensional selves, right? Really, this skin suit that you have, whatever, this is what it is, but you are so much bigger than you can even imagine. You've no idea. I'm trying to hopefully instill in you how powerful you are. Every week we come together like this. So when you are going to make contact, you've got to have a certain amount of self-mastery. So start to work on mastering your emotional reactions to things. Try to witness the emotion rather than cling to it, and let it pass through very quickly. Try to zero point all of the things that used to trigger you with your parents or your brothers, your sisters. That's what I'm doing at the moment. It's really powerful, because then you will find that you can hear information very differently when you don't attach emotion to it. It's just information. It's how we are programmed that we need to clear, right? So that's what I wanted to impart with you guys this week. So this is all about integrating the higher ascended parts, being human in a bifurcating world, seeing your shadow aspects, going through all of these changes, but with an open heart and integrity. So what does integrity mean to you? And for each of you, it will be different. But I want you to think about that before we start. We're about to start. What parts of your life are not integrated, in integrity? Are you saying one thing and doing another? Are you thinking one thing but pretending to be something else? Where in your life, and we're all guilty of this, we're in these human skin suits after all. It's very, all our life we've been deceived, and we do all sorts of participating in deception without knowing most of the time what's going on. We just switch on the TV and we're in another matrix, inverted matrix. So, it's like everything that's really good, we've been taught it's evil, and vice versa. So it's very difficult, isn't it? So I guess you are, with your open heart, your best compass. So let's take a deep breath in and release any tension we're carrying now. A lot of us are holding family responsibilities in our solar plexus. So just letting go of the hold, or even the perceived hold, on each of you now. We've come through a lot in this one lifetime already, not to mention all the millions and bazillion other lifetimes we've had. This has been a very, collectively, this has been I'm just going to say a big time, big on so many levels. So just let your body, if you're lying, let your body just release any tension. Just breathe out. If you're sitting, just breathing out, seeing an ocean rolling in and rolling out, the tide taking away any tightness in the body. Telling your digestive system that it's okay to just digest what's going on now. even if you don't understand it. Just go and send that message to your stomachs that I am processing life with ease. That's good. Well done. Just go ahead and tell your lungs that you are releasing grief. You might want to soften the jaws and the top of the head from all the noise, the mental chatter. Just let it go. 0 point every opinion and judgment now. What others are thinking, what others are saying, it doesn't matter. Free yourself from what you perceive is outside of you. Just let go. Relax completely and fully. Just allow your bones to breathe. It's very important now for you, dear soul, to maintain a healthy, balanced, stable body and mind. For you. You're about to go through rapid upgrades. So it's very important with all of these solar codes and solar flashing and angelic, galactic codes that are coming in, that you are energetically balanced. So just take a moment now to notice in your bodies where there is any imbalance. And just breathe in balance. Just take a moment to scan your bodies, and wherever you are directed to send love and healing, just do so now through the breath. Call in your angelic aspect, your galactic aspect, your celestial, avataric, monadic aspects. Call in your shadow self that wishes to be healed. That part of you that is a fractuated part of your soul, but integral to your healing now. Integral in the sense that all parts of you need to be loved. Just feeling a sense as you lie or sit that you are in a very safe space. That if you wish to have contact with higher beings, it's safe. Just feeling the highest, purest, radiant lights coming in now, washing over you from the top of your head down to the tip of your toes. And on the out breath, letting go of the human struggle. With each breath, accepting your God consciousness, your Christ itself, your higher angelic self. Allow loving kindness to wash through every cell as you breathe in love. Just releasing on the breath any opinions or judgments, polarities, gossip. Just breathing compassion into the body now, all systems. Asking that you are connected authentically to your star families. Because you're here to assist humanity, not for the ego, but for the soul's evolution. And we've got to be careful that we are asking from the highest, purest heart space. Just making your intention now very clear that you wish to meet your family of love and light from the stars. Just allowing the energetic signature of your family to be felt. Just allowing your light to expand. To grow and to glow and to just gently drift up through the higher dimensions in your ascended body of light and love. Just allowing your guides and angels now, your ancestors, to gently allow you to move higher and higher up with their love, up through the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th dimension. Just moving higher and higher and higher up through 9th. Nothing to do, just floating up into 10th. And these are just dimensional densities that carry layers, levels of higher consciousness. You're just allowing your light to merge with each breath with these more cosmic energies, vibrations, and frequencies. Just moving on up into the 11th and the 12th dimensional density now. Just feeling the stars' light coming into your light body. 360 degrees of photonic light coming in. Just allowing your whole sense of your light body to absorb this celestial light now. Beautiful light codes coming in, numerologies, sacred sigils and symbols coming through into the bodies, breathing in love. You may find yourselves in a beautiful temple of aquamarine and emerald crystal light now. Just breathing in the codes, the emerald aquamarine codes. Feeling your heart opening. Allowing now this sacred inner marriage within you to your source, to God. Just feel all of that God consciousness streaming in through this aquamarine emerald crystal temple into your heart. Allow this emerald aquamarine light to move through every vertebrae of your spinal column, each bone filling with this beautiful galactic light. Just feeling great gratitude now to Christ, to the cosmic Kristos Sophianic light that you are. Just giving great gratitude now to the Christ Sophia light. The divine masculine and the divine feminine in this sacred marriage, igniting within every strand of your 12-stranded DNA. Just saying inwardly, I am home in the solar light of Kristos Sophia. And just feel all of your star families surrounding you, all aspects of your multidimensional self, awakening in this emerald light, this aquamarine mist. Hand over now, surrender now, all that is not for you. Any family worries or issues, hand them over. Any human struggle with money or relationships, work or colleagues, friends or society, just hand it over now. Let it go. See your vessel just filling with pure emerald aquamarine light. All the bones, the organs, the blood. The lighter you are, the easier the journey ahead. You just take a moment now to release to your personal guides, master guide and star families, all that you need to release. And calling in all that you wish to manifest. You may notice now that you're in the perfect state of acceptance now for the 23rd Stargate portal of light, which is the law of integrity and justice. Just allowing your body to move from karmic to Christed timelines. Allowing your whole self to move into neutrality. Asking now that all the love that you are comes to the surface of your being. Once again, tuning in to the energy that you have as a warrior, a spiritual warrior of light, wielding your sword of holy truth as you move with integrity on this earth. Just breathing in empowerment and compassion, and breathing out shame and unforgiveness. Breathing in divine, dynamic right action, and releasing fear and inaction. With each breath, you are getting stronger and yet lighter. Everything that you do is done now through love in such a way that you are always in integrity. Even if that means you have to say no when you want to say yes, and yes when you want to say no. Asking that the moral code, the codes of honor, are ignited now in each of your hearts. That your moral and ethical compass is of your heart. No matter how hard it gets, that you honor that code of integrity within you. We're asking now that each of you reclaims your power. Just allowing now a beautiful cosmic Christ holographic disc to be placed wherever it needs to go in your spinal column. You will know, your guides will direct you, your higher self will show you. So just pop that beautiful disc of light into your light body now, energetically. And just feel all of the vertebrae aligning now in this beautiful silver diamond light. You are aligning with the highest spiritual realities available in this now time through your love and light. I'm just sending now healing to anyone who is struggling at this time. Groups of people, countries, families, animals. Sending the light of Christ, of Sophia, into the hearts of every man, woman, child, and animate being on Gaia. Seeing all the diamond tribes uniting, the 144,144 double diamond souls connecting for the freedom of all humanity and the liberty of earth. Just gently getting up now, moving through the walls of this emerald temple, turning to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all those beings of illumined light that are you in many fractuated parts, in many layers and levels. And just bring them into your heart now, into your divine intelligence center that holds all the records, the key codes, the magic. Just gently coming down now, from the 12th down to the 11th. From the 11th down to the 10th. From the 10th down to the 9th. From the 9th down to the 8th and 7th. Just breathing down into the 6th and staying now in the 5th dimensional density. Feeling a little more of the company of heaven in your hearts. A little safer and stronger, in a more aligned, mature, wise body. As you kiss the earth with the soles of your feet or the spinal column, and just gently feel that nurturing, energetic of the crystalline pathways of Gaia coming up to support you again, to hold you in the crystal heart of Mother Earth. You are very, very loved. You are very, very needed. And you are a warrior. And we just want to say we love you and thank you for all you do. Many blessings. See you soon.